The story. When did your dad, okay, wasn't it Herman Fritz Tomky, come to Colorado to come farm it there? Go ahead and tell the story.
Well, when my dad was old, his father wanted to, and they sent him to all them schools, you know, for
Seminaries,
and he didn't want to. And he saw that ad that Univic wanted some young men to be workshops in Denver, and he applied, and they gave him a train ticket, and he went to Denver. It was, I think, 1901.
When did you say he was born in 1886?
86.
What was his birthday? Do you remember?
Yeah, February 4th.
February 4th. Yeah, birthday about the same time. Okay, in 1901. Okay.
And he worked in the shops. He was his main job was turn down all the rails that would get flat. He was a machinist that ground them down so they wouldn't be so bad, and put them together, and he worked there, and he got married, I don't know, about 7 or 8 years. He had a home, and he had Herman and Phyllis. And in about 1916, 15 or 16, somebody left something slipped and hit his right arm and hand and cut his finger off, his middle finger off, and smashed his hand, and he couldn't calibrate them wheels after that, so he saw where they were had some land homestead to be homesteaded in Morgan County, so he bought a team of what they called first broke Mustangs in Denver, and I don't know if he bought a spring wagon or he rented one, and he went to Brush. Brush was 100 miles from Denver at that time. He said all them horses wanted to do was run, so he let them run. He made about 80 or 85 miles the first day, and they got tired, and he hobbled them and tied them to the wagon so they could eat at night. And next day he went to Brush, and there was a land office, I guess, there, and showed him where there's some land, and he went out and staked off it was a 120-acre plot between some other homestead, and he got that. And then he had to sell his home in Denver. It was a nice indoor plumbing and everything, and moved the family out there.
What year was that, you think?
15 or 16.
I think it was 1916.
Have to look at the homestead papers.
Yeah. And when World War I came, they wanted machinists back in the shop, and he went and worked that winter. Mom stayed out of the homestead. They had to stay out there for 3 years to prove up.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't ever find any water. He had a 2-inch auger, and he drilled over different places on the south end of the place, and he never could find any water. He said he had a dream that it was some down on the northwest corner in that draw, and he hit water at 20 feet, and so he already had a two-rim house, wooden house built on the southwest part, and he took horses and drugged it down there and started and he broke out 40 acres of it, plowed it out and planted corn, and he raised a pretty good crop. It was natural. I mean, it wasn't in the droughts or anything until the 30s came. he worked hard.